So, defining race and racism isn't always easy. Race may be a social construct, but since its inception, it has become a contributing factor to social interactions and our identities. Some people embrace their race as part of their identity more than others, and that is a discussion for another time. But think about how you indicate your race on the census, or medical forms, or even your driver's license. If race is part of our identity, then racism is a means of demeaning or oppressing that identity. It's crucial that we understand race is not just a prejudice against a specific skin color, right? But there's a power component to that prejudice. A lot of conversations today, especially in the last 2 years, have focused on the idea of whiteness. So, whiteness was intended to be the opposite of race, as separate from race. People of color had a race, while white people were the default when racial constructs were invented. Over time, this has shifted. So today, whiteness is more of a group identity where those in the group are protected in many ways by the laws and policies that their ancestors created and enacted. There is an advantage to being white in that whiteness prevents many hardships. This doesn't mean that white people don't have difficulties at all. It just means that those difficulties don't exist because of the color of their skin. White people can still be impoverished or homeless. So, what is racism then? We know about overt racism, right? Derogatory slurs like the N word, for example, or being overtly hateful and aggressive towards someone based on their skin color alone. This type of racism is easy to detect and call out. Covert racism, though, is less obvious. Covert racism includes things such as telling someone that they're pretty for a Black person or saying that they are surprisingly articulate. Covert racism includes stereotypes, microaggressions, and skepticism of the successes of people of color. This is why learning and unlearning, continually working to dismantle racism and white supremacy, is so important. There's so much to learn and unlearn that we should never stop learning and working to undo those systems.